Would you like to get 5 million views on a YouTube video? I mean, that's the dream, right? If you can make a video, like get the cutest cat out there and put it up on YouTube, get millions of views, you're gonna make millions of dollars. Okay, well, I'm gonna share a story of how I actually made a video that didn't go viral, but it did get 5 million views, and it actually has brought in millions of dollars. I'm gonna show you how we did that. So I'm going to paint the whole picture of how we got 5 million views on this video. I'm first going to dive into the keyword research strategy, and I'll explain why that's so important and what that did, how that laid the foundation for the channel. I'll then talk about how we utilized the YouTube analytics to find an opportunity. We found a video that YouTube was suggesting, and then what we did with that, how we created a sequel and what that video did. And then I'll actually link, in fact, I might as well link right now to both these videos, the first version, the second version. But if you watch both these videos, you'll see the first one and see why it performed well, and then what we did in creating the second one. The second one got 5 million views. You're gonna enjoy watching and studying these videos. The first thing that we did is keyword research. We did keyword research before filming. We did the keyword research to find the questions that people are asking, and those questions became the title of our videos. Now, I do have another video, I'll link to it right up here. It's called my leaf strategy video, and I recommend that you watch that video after this one. I go into detail on how I find those questions and the tool that I use. So watch that video next. What that did for the Chris Crone channel is it really set the foundation. It started pulling in people who were searching for Chris's expertise, but previously didn't even know who he was. Now they knew who Chris was, and they'd received value from him. And when YouTube sees people coming into the channel through search, and they watch the videos through to the end because they're finding what they're searching for, YouTube recognizes that this is a valuable channel, these are valuable videos, and it starts to recommend and suggest those videos to other people, and you'll start to see gradual growth. Momentum is building on the channel. So Chris has a pretty cool story. I mean, he was able to retire at the age of 26. And I mean, this is legit. He had residual income from his real estate of $12,000 a month. And so the video where he told this story, it was only 6 minutes long, but it's him sitting on a pool table with red felt, a cool game room. When I filmed the video with him, when I watched the video later, you just knew that he was telling the truth, telling his real experience. He shared his struggles, and he shared the feelings, the emotions that he and his wife had shared, and now the feelings that they felt after getting to this point that, wow, I'm 26 and I can retire from my job. Now, the reason that this video got traction in the first place is we did keyword research, like I explained. So we did that with all of our videos. We got the initial search traffic coming to this video and building gradual momentum. This video in particular, YouTube liked. YouTube will do that. YouTube will pick one of your videos and it will start to suggest it to more and more viewers. And that's what YouTube did for this one. So it started to get 10,000 views. Then it went up to 20, then the 30. I believe it was in the 60 or 70,000 view range when we noticed it in analytics and we decided to create this sequel. It's going to have the exact same title. And in the previous video, it's about 6 minutes long. Chris did the whole video sharing the story of how he retired at age 26. He was sitting on his pool table, just filmed in one shot. We wanted to make it longer. We wanted to make it more exciting. And previous to this, Chris had never wanted to show his car in his videos. He just said, I don't want to be that guy. Well, I said, let's just try it. Let's just see what happens. So he got in his BMW i8. He drove around the corner, turned around and came back. So I filmed him driving up to his house. He parked, the wing door came up, and he got out, and I just followed him with the glide cam, followed him into his house. His cleaning lady happened to be there that day, and so he said, hey, cleaning lady. People thought that that was staged, but it was actually real. He walked into the kitchen. You know, when he's talking the whole time, he started sharing his story, but we felt like we were going along with him. Like, wow, he's inviting me into his house. So we went, and he has this ice machine. He got some ice, got himself a glass of water, and was talking some more in his kitchen. You know, it's just a real casual conversation, but he's really sharing this story of how he was able to retire at 26. We go downstairs, we see the game room. The lighting was terrible in this location. It was the shadow on his face, but it was just real. We were just walking around in his home. We didn't plan on it being 20 minutes, but it ended up being that long, and we just thought, well, this is going to be an engaging video. Let's see how this video does. Now, not every time that I've used the sequel technique has it worked, especially if I'm making a sequel off of a video on somebody else's channel. Maybe 5 or 10% of the time that video will perform above average. When it's a video on your own channel, YouTube already knows that your channel is known for this topic or this title. It's already promoting that topic or that video for you. So sequels on your own channel tend to work especially well. This video, yeah, we're up to 5 million views now. And just to translate what that looks like what does that mean for Chris and I? Well, the month prior to launching this video, we hadn't really considered AdSense to be, meaning the advertising revenue from YouTube, we hadn't considered it to be very significant. It was in the 3 digits, right, below $1,000. We launched this video and very quickly it started to become significant. Our first full month after the launch of this video was $18,000 in advertising revenue. YouTube paid that money to us. But here's the cool thing. That was only a small piece of the huge benefit that video has really brought to us. Yeah, it's brought in advertising revenue. I would guesstimate between $150,000 to $200,000 over the last year and a half that we launched that episode. But that's money that YouTube paid us for promoting our video. YouTube promoted our video, we got paid, and it brought in thousands of leads to Chris. Okay, so at the end of each video, there's a call to action. You know, Chris gives value. He doesn't do a sales pitch in his videos. He really delivers good content. And then he says, if you want to know more, I want to give you a gift where you can get a lot more detail. Download my book, okay? Or go check out this link and you'll get that free resource. There's always a call to action at the end of the videos. And that generated leads because when people click on that link, they go get the free resource. Now they're in the sales funnel. Okay, they're on Chris's email list and they want to know more. And there's a $1,000 course that you can buy there. There's upsells, there's downsells, and Chris has a telemarketing team that will follow up and make phone calls to all these people if they haven't bought yet. So this one sequel video brought in at least a couple $1 million over the last year and a half. It's brought in at least a couple 100,000 subscribers because it triggered so many other things to happen on the channel. And of course, we've implemented this strategy again and again. So for you to really see what we've done here, I've made a playlist that's a link right there. It has a link to both these videos. So you can see the first version and you can see why it performed initially well, but it was only a 6-minute video. And you'll see how we redid that, what we added to it to make it more dynamic, make it more fun, and make it longer. And that's the video that's got 5 million views. So even though we started with the keyword research strategy and start to get gradual search traffic, how did we get a video to go to 5 million views? You'll know exactly how we did that.